What's up YouTube, Pokemon here and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 sealed investment products to pick as of January 2025. Let's get into the video. If you're new around here, then you may not know that I'm giving away a 151 booster bundle on my channel absolutely free once the channel reaches 1,000 subscribers. All you have to do to enter is 1, of course, be subscribed, and then 2, drop a like and a comment on this video right here and you'll be entered in a chance to win this 151 booster bundle. So what are you waiting for? Get involved. Okay guys, so before I get into the main picks, I do want to give some honorable mentions. Of course, Prismatic Evolutions, right? Picking up this product at MSRP is just, the best play right now. It is, for me, the single best sealed product you can pick. I didn't want to include it on the list because I think the stuff going on around it is just a bit too much. And I think it's quite obvious that Prismatic Evolutions is a home run set. But I wanted to give alternative options to Prismatic Evolutions. As well as, I do want to also talk about 151. I still think 151, I know Blooming Waters is coming out, and it's been a bit mad. We've seen some videos of people fighting for this at Costco over in the States and in Canada. But I do still want to mention 151. I think it flies under the radar sometimes with all the new sets that have been coming out. And now it's kind of like 2 years old, a year and a half old. But 151 is still one of the, if not the best product to be picking up as a sealed product. If you can get it, on the cheap. Of course, Blooming Waters is coming out and, it's going to be a struggle to try and get that. But if you can get that, then of course, that's number one priority. Prismatic Evolutions, anything at MSRP. And then Blooming Waters, again, number one picks. But for the sake of the video, I didn't want to include 151 or Prismatic Evolutions. But for me, they are the best pickups at MSRP. I mean, 151, probably not going to get MSRP anymore, but if you can find it on the cheap, then of course, these two are the best. But with that out of the way, let's go into the list. So at number 5, I've got Brilliant Stars. Now, Brilliant Stars is an amazing set, right? It's got that Charizard, it's got the Mewtwo, and it's got a stunning set overall. The only reason this isn't the top of the Sword and Shield era sets that I put on the list is the price point. It's a little bit more expensive than the other two Sword and Shield boxes that I have on this list. So I have put it at number 5. I think it's an amazing pickup. All right, spoiler alert, all the Sword and Shield boxes are great pickups. Even Lost Origin, even Fusion Strike. They're a little bit out of the price range right now at like sort of £300 to £400. But I do believe by the end of the year, they will eclipse that sort of £500 to £600 range. So if you have got the capital to go and get some of that, then, Fusion Strike and Lost Origin are still amazing. I mean, even Evolving Skies is an amazing buy. It's just really, really expensive. So I'm just going to kind of look at things that are a little bit more affordable. And the first one on that list is Brilliant Stars. And like I said, it's got those 2 amazing chase cards. It's, it's a Sword and Shield set. These sets are not getting reprinted. They are not getting any cheaper. And whilst it is still at this £200 range, look at here at eBay, you can get £220 here, 220 again. So around 220 seems to be the floor. I don't think I can see any for any less than 220. It is a good pickup at £220, guys. Like I said, really good chase cards, really undervalued set actually. I mean, the Charizard V, how it's not like a £400 or £500 card, I will never understand because it is like, everyone's been saying it's like the best Charizard artwork that's ever existed. And I agree with that. So Sword and Shield, Brilliant Stars is a great pickup. Having a look at the graph here, the 1 month graph. Now we're seeing with Sword and Shield era boxes, there was that massive bull run, towards the end of the year and the start of 2025. But we are seeing it start to level off now. We're seeing some sideways movement. I do believe maybe in the next couple months, there could be a 5 to 10% dip in price here, which to be fair is a really, really good time to pick it up. So if we start to see a downwards trend, I don't think it will go very, very low. I don't think these will, sort of come back down as far as they were like a couple months ago, but we could start to see a little bit of a downturn and a little bit of a correction. And then, I do think these have the chance to then, grow into the next year. I mean, by the end of the year, I cannot see them being any cheaper than they are now by the end of the year. And I think they are going to go higher. So, the next couple months, have a look at the graphs, see if they start to downturn. And if they are, then I think it's a really good entry point. So yeah, keep an eye on the Sword and Shield sets. I'll talk about some of the other ones in a little bit more detail in the future. But again, Brilliant Stars is still available on the Pokemon Center. There's still plenty of product. There's still ETBs, Build and Battle Stadiums, 3-pack blisters. I mean, Still readily available. The price per pack on these, I know they're not the best, liquidity, but £12.49, so it's like £3.30 a pack, which is like booster box level packs, booster box level prices per pack. Really, really good. And again, the Sword and Shield, I don't know what I keep saying Sword and Shield, the Brilliant Stars, ETB, and Building Battle Stadiums are still here. So maybe worth having a look at those if you have the space for them. They could be pickups as well because they will be cheaper price per pack than the booster boxes right now. Just think about that a little bit. So that's number 5. I think I talked a lot about number 5, but anyway. Number 4 is going to be 4 booster boxes, right? So it's any of the first 4 Scarlet and Violet sets. So SVO1, SVO2, SVO3, SVO4. SVO1 being Scarlet and Violet base, SVO2 being Paldea Evolved, SVO3 being Obsidian Flames, and SVO4 being Paradox Rift. My number 4 pick is any one of these sets, guys. Obviously, Paldea Evolved being a little bit, quite a fair bit more expensive now. I think it's probably the most expensive set in Scarlet and Violet, but there is a good reason for that, which I'll touch upon. But the reason why I put all 4 of these in the same sort of tier is because I don't believe we're going to see reprints for any of these sets now. I think it's past the point where we're going to get reprints. So again, we're probably seeing the cheapest prices we will see for these 4 boxes. And for me, that just means there's a good time to buy. We're seeing sub 120 here for Scarlet and Violet base, 112, 115. You might even be able to find, 110 somewhere if you do some digging. But the routes line, the routes Curlier and the Gardevoir is sort of getting up there. We're seeing some price rises in those single cards, which in turn is going to see the price rise of the box. As the price of the singles get higher, the price of the box gets higher. It's just how it works. So yeah, Scarlet and Violet base is a great pickup. Now, sorry, I'm about to sneeze. Paldea Evolved, right? So you might be thinking, okay, look, Scarlet and Violet base, Obsidian Flames, Paradox Rift, they're in the the 110, 120 range. Why is Paldea Evolved on here? It's so much more expensive. Yes, it is so much more expensive, but there's a very good reason for that. The Magikarp is selling for over $1,000 in a PSA 10 and between $200 to $300 or pounds, raw. It is an incredibly expensive chase card, and it's an IR. It's regular illustration rare, and it does so well, and it's single-handedly carrying Paldea Evolved. The Magikarp is doing crazy numbers, and it's no surprise why Paldea Evolved is now following it in the footsteps. The Tinglu, Winglu, Jinglu, I don't know the rest of their names. They do very, very well as well. The whole set is moving in the right direction. And yeah, like I said, I don't think the first 4 sets of Scarlet and Violet are going to get reprinted. And, this Magikarp could go further and further and further. And as it starts to go further, the price of the box will go further. So again, we're looking at probably the bottoms of this set right now, £170. Yes, it is a little bit more on the expensive side in the Scarlet and Violet era compared to the other sets, but it is a really, really good pickup. And I really like Paldea Evolved. Very strong set. And look, if you can't get the main one, get the full booster box, get a half booster box, 88 quid. Can't go wrong. I've got half booster boxes of loads of sets, and they're doing really, really well. So, if it's out of your price budget, out of your budget, then yeah, go for the half booster box. So next up, we have Obsidian Flames. Again, it's just the price point. It's the fact that it might not get reprinted. I don't think the first 4 sets are going to get reprinted, as I've been hammering home to you over and over again. And we're starting to see a bit more movement in those cards. The Charizards are moving a little bit. We're seeing, prices are still pretty low, under 120. Under 120 a booster box is a crazy, crazy good price for any of these sets. And we've been seeing some uptrends in these boxes, especially in the States. So again, Obsidian Flames, and then the same thing with Paradox Rift, £110 a booster box. And this has got such great cards. It's got the Groudon, it's got the Roaring Moon, it's got the Iron Valiant, it's got the Altaria. I really, really, really think this set is criminally underrated. And for £110 per booster box, which is now, I think, one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest booster box in Scarlet and Violet, it's a very, very, very strong pickup. And you can get a sealed case for £700. Like, so solid. I really like Paradox Rift. So number 4 picks are any of those 4 booster boxes. If I had to rate them in order, I would say personally, I'd go for Paldea Evolved as number 1, just because the Magikarp is just on another level. Next is Paradox Rift. Personally, I really, really like the set. Then I go for Scarlet and Violet base, and then Obsidian Flames. But any of them are decent pickups. They're all good price points. Even Paldea Evolved right now, because of the price of the Magikarp, it's a great price. Okay, so number 3, we're going to go for Astral Radiance. Now we have a Sword and Shield booster box under £200 that isn't Battle Styles. Yeah, I mean, guys, an amazing, amazing pickup. You've got the Machamp that does really well. The Starmie V does really well. And, not my personal favorite set in terms of chase cards, But you can't ignore the price of the boxes at £180, which is really, really good for Sword and Shield. Again, guys, these aren't getting reprinted. These aren't getting any cheaper. And Sword and Shield are becoming really, really nice collector's items. And I think having a sealed collection of Sword and Shield boxes is a really, really good, strong thing to have in your portfolio. So I really do like Astral Radiance. Again, like if we look at the sort of the 1 month graph, we are seeing some sideways movement again. Again, these Sword and Shield boxes are starting to trend sideways now. We're not seeing that meteoric rise as we saw, last month. So again, similarly to Brilliant Stars, I think we can start to see maybe a 5 to 10% decrease in price, and then potentially that is a great great point of entry to pick up some of these Sword and Shield boxes. If you do see them start to move in price downwards, even if it's just a little bit, I would say it's a good buy. I still think it's a good buy at £185, but again, if it does go down, then it's definitely an amazing buy. So yeah, Astral Radiance as my number 3 spot, and then in number 2 is actually Silver Tempest. So again, under £200, we've got that beautiful, beautiful Lugia chase card. I mean, you cannot deny the power of Lugia. It's such an iconic legendary Pokemon. People go crazy for it. And at under £200, again, an amazing pickup for Silver Tempest. I really, really like this. I think, again, with the Sword and Shield boxes, like I've been saying, they're not getting any cheaper. They're not getting any, they're not getting reprinted. So if you do want some Sword and Shield boxes to pick up, then at a good price point, then Silver Tempest, Astral Radiance, Brilliant Stars, they're all within that £200-ish ilk area. And they are really, really good pickups. Again, like I said, for this one, it's been moving sideways for a long period of time. So, wait for that 5 to 10% downturn. That's when you hammer it home, pick up some boxes. And I do think, you can't make any mistakes in this market. And picking up Sword and Shield boxes for under £200 with great chase cards. We've got the Charizard V from Brilliant Stars. We've got the Lugia from Silver Tempest. We've got the Machamp from Astral Radiance. All solid cards. And yeah, there's no reason why these shouldn't be on your pickup list for 2025. So now we've covered the top 4. Let's go to my personal number 1 pick of sealed product in 2025 in January, and that is Twilight Masquerade. Twilight Masquerade, for me, is such an incredible set, right? The Greninja is just a home run card. It really is. Greninja is such a popular Pokemon. People don't remember how popular this Pokemon is, right? It's a Smash Bros character. It's Ash's Pokemon. Like, it's got such a cult. It's the most popular Pokemon in Japan. So there's no surprise why the Greninja is doing as well as it is, and for seeing how well that card is doing, for seeing Twilight Masquerade boxes are only £125. These were £110 like a couple months ago. I did a video on it. I'll probably put a little bit of a screenshot on there, but yeah, I mean, Twilight Masquerade is such an underrated set. I'm so surprised it's not even going anywhere near Paldea Evolved. Maybe because there could be reprints coming. I mean, this set will definitely get reprinted. Do I think it will have a massive effect on the price? Probably not. Could you wait for a reprint? Possibly. But if that reprint comes and if the prices start to crash, it's a screaming buy. The Greninja will only increase as time goes on. The sets will only increase as time goes on. And I really, really like Twilight Masquerade as a pickup. We're starting to see a movement down in the last month. I mean, it's up 13.45% in the last month, but we did see it get to a height of $193 and come down to $180. So guys, this is an amazing, amazing opportunity to pick up some Twilight Masquerade. And yeah, for me, my number 1 pick, I really like Twilight Masquerade. I am picking up as much as I can. Whilst I'm not putting money into other products, I do want to pick up some more Twilight Masquerade. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 sealed investment picks as of January 2025. I'll probably do these maybe once a month as the market changes, because I think every week is a bit too much. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, drop a comment, let me know what you think of my tier list. If you think it could be better, then obviously I'm happy to hear some constructive feedback. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. There is a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers for a 151 booster bundle, so you don't want to miss out on that. And yeah, that's all from me, guys. I'll catch you next one.